Hello and welcome to a very special Radio Woodford event with me, your host, Harley Breen. We went live at this year's Woodford Folk Festival 25-26. This is episode 1. God, it was a hell of a lot of fun. And I get to introduce you to my comedy sister and guest co-host for this first wine of the day, Nikki Britton, who almost didn't turn up because Bruce Highway. Look, it's a hot mess, but we had so much fun. I know you're going to enjoy it. It is a live episode. They're infamous for all sorts of different sound issues, but there's a heap of joy in it. Get into it. I'll see you after.
This is, of course, Radio Woodfordia presents First Wine of the Day. Who's excited for their first wine of the day? I mean, there's multiple empty cups here already. I am your host, Harley Breen. Thank you very much for having me. We've got an absolute cracking first episode here. It's the very first live show we've done of Radio Woodfordia. We're here in the piano bar. And I have two fantastic guests, ladies and gentlemen. You may never have heard this guy, especially if you come to Woodford all the time. But our first chat guest is Costa. You can't see him because we've got a really good green room and he is definitely not just standing there. And then we have a wonderful music guest to take us out of the show at the end of it, the delightful Jen Wynter, ladies and gentlemen, who we'll throw to. I also have a co-host who is one of my best mates. I'm going to introduce her because she would have just started the show with me, except she's still on the airport shuttle bus. So that's great. She got on, she thought she had a heap of time, and then she had to divert through Caboolture. And as anyone who's ever been to Caboolture knows, you might get stuck there. Because if that bus stops, they're going to steal the wheels. So anyway, we hope she arrives. But I have something very fun to reveal because my idea around calling the podcast, and by the way, the very first podcast that Woodford Folk Festival has ever had, and I feel very honoured to be the host of it. And I wanted to call it Radio Woodfordia as a nod to one of my favourite mediums in media, which is radio. Have you heard of radio? It's dying. Who's above 45? Yeah, you all know radio. It's great, isn't it? And so I called it Radio Woodfordia, but every radio show needs a promo vehicle, right? Like if you've seen the Nova Casanovas driving around, or the Triple M Rock Patrol, or the B105 Black Thunders. I've driven for all of those. I've done some things. Well, I've made Radio Woodfordia a promo vehicle, and I would love to reveal it to you all now. It's going to be a little bit hard to see. We're going to stage it. Who would like to see the Radio Woodfordia promo vehicle? Oh! I'm going to come out here, and then I'm going to pull the tarp off, which is, thank you very much. I've got some dirty clothes in there. I'm going to come up here, and then I reckon at the end, you're more than welcome to come up and have a look. Thank you very much. A little hook there. So let me talk you through the features of I think the first feature that's quite amazing in this promo vehicle is that there's a jeweller's clamp on the back. Just in case you were wandering around this wonderful festival and you wanted to just do some artisan jewellery making while your child is asleep. The top is a rigid top so that you can change the nappy of the multiple babies that I seem to just not stop making. We're up to number 4. 2 of them don't even fit in this anymore. But this has a trapdoor so that the baby can go down into the hammock and then go to sleep. He's got just enough space for it to not hit him on the face. But it's got another position down here. We also have, obviously, when you're a parent with lots of kids, you need multiple cup holders. So there's 2 on the back, multiple up the front. And then, I mean, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to be hard to show you this feature, but there's a little trapdoor in here, and then you just flick on the lights, and if you can see, there's little glistening lights underneath. Oh, it's very necessary. And some would say, in fact, the site manager here, Shervo, said, if only you put that energy into actually getting a job. And then under here, there's a charging system for your phone, and you can plug it Hold on. That power thing. And can you see the lights underneath? Oh. Somebody's been living down the road from Caboolture too long. Now, I'll just get my shillelagh out of the way. Do you all have a shillelagh here? Nope, no one's got their Woodford shillelagh. Anyway, that's a story on its own. There's my dirty clothes. Don't worry about that. Now, under here, this is a very special feature. It's hard when the child is asleep, but if you just pull up the mattress, madam, would you mind holding that mattress up a little bit? And then you just pull up another trapdoor under there, and then inside you have an esky, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I did not bring that in from my campsite. It was purchased here at the piano bar. And by purchased, I mean Benny bought that on the marketing credit card. So that's going to be our first wine for the day. This one is anyone having a pet nut at the moment? The weeping fawn is what that's called. Apparently, also, Linus, you thrown in this. Do you know about this? Would you like to come and talk with Linus, ladies and gentlemen, is the bar manager of the whole. Buys all of the wine. There's a microphone for you. That is number 3. Thank you. God, we are a well-oiled machine. Linus, talk us through the Weeping Wine.
Weeping Wine is one of my favourite wines. Who ordered this? That was me.
It was you. Good on you.
I love this guy.
Yeah. What's special about the Weeping Wine?
It's a pet nut.
Yep.
It predates champagne.
It predates champagne.
Yeah, it's the ancestral method. It's like ancient.
Okay.
It's fermented in the bottle. And it's got a real funk to it.
That is...
Cool wine. It's for cool people. It's bright and zesty. It's just, you have a ball. I can drink a bottle of that. Don't mind.
Have you had a bottle today, Linus?
I really want one.
But because you're working, you can't. But because I'm performing, I can. So... I'm going to open that. It is. It's got a bit of pop. My shillelagh fell over. It's all good for sound. So there's a lot of muck in the bottom. It's an official wine term. That's some wine muck in the bottom of the bottle. Do we mix it around like a Cooper's?
You can roll it, yeah, if you want.
Too late now. I opened it.
Restaurant, they'll do that if they know what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can just leave it down there if it freaks you out a bit. But yeah, it doesn't really matter.
You holding the bottle.
It all tastes good.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we better rip in. And are you not allowed? Because you're the licensee.
I'm the bars manager. I can make that decision.
I mean, hospitality's changed since I was behind a bar.
Maybe it's one of these.
One for you, one for me.
I don't know whether you can see it's quite small, but the slogan that I made up for these cups that you can buy is, "It's Woodford somewhere."
That is, ladies and gentlemen, come on, that's very good. It is Woodford somewhere, and it's Woodford
Cheers,
right
babes.
here. Good on you, babes. Let's get on it. That feels like one of those drinks that if you do drink half a bottle of that, we're going to cuddle and have a cry.
I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's talk through you a bit because I think maybe my host is still not here. How long have you been the bar manager here at the Woodford Folk Festival? What's your history?
I started the festival thing a few years back at the Gympie Muster, and
Yes.
the operations manager one year said, "Oh, they would love to have you at Woodford." So
Yeah.
I got in touch with these guys, and I started September last year.
Right, and how do you find it different to the Gympie Country Music Master?
The Gympie Music Master is about getting hammered and listening to good music.
I like doing those things.
That's kind of where it ends.
That's the end.
And then
Yeah.
Woodford's really good at just this.
I know. I mean, look at you all arriving. I'm surprised.
Being silly, being whoever you want to be, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And you feel like you fit in here, Linus?
Yeah, I do. No, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
picking
love
that
it.
up.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for what you do with the bar menu here. I think it's one of the best bar menus at any festival anywhere in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Linus. Thank you, mate. I'd take that. Yeah, take your drink. All right, that's good. Right, I don't know where we're at. Has anyone seen my friend? Or is she still not on site? Maybe not here. Hey, who am I looking for is a good question. She is not here yet. That is all right. Oh, I did forget one feature. I reckon I can turn this maybe into a stand. So that to open this trapdoor, ladies and gentlemen, actually, so would you mind being a mic stand for me? Australia's largest festival, this. But I've got a man holding my microphone. So I just put a bolt in here in the door, and it's a bit crude, but if you take the nut off of that bolt, yeah, just rest it right on my chin like that. There you go. Put it in there, mate. Anyway, you take the nut off the bolt, and then you take the end out of the bolt, and then you take this middle bit out of the internal part of the bolt, and then you screw that bit back into here, and then you take the end to the bolt and you put that in there, and hello, Woodford. I think we can all agree that it's very special Woodford parenting that I would put my child to sleep under my pipe. All right. Good. I reckon if Nikki is still not here, we should just crack on with a guest, because I know this guy knows how to talk and he loves you. He loves this festival. I love him. We've got to know each other literally on this wonderful country that is Jinnabara country. If you could please make him feel very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, you know his one name. It is Costa! Hello. Don't you break it. He's actually smaller than two of my children, so, and one of them's 8 years old. I got to raise these up so because they're not very well put together. I nearly cupped your balls then, Costa. For God's sakes! All right. I'm gonna tow you around in that later on. There is your microphone. Costa, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi everyone.
Would you like a wee plan, pet Nat?
I'm getting immediate flashbacks to my life in Central Europe, in Austria.
Yes.
Because for any Austrians in the house, you would know that they have Sturm and Most. Most is apple and pear cider, fermented.
Yes.
Apples and pears. But Sturm is the grapes in autumn, and that's fermented, but they bottle it, but they just put foil on the lid because it's still fermenting. And it's really bitter, but I love that bitterness. And it's cloudy, and when you drink it, your stomach, it's a storm in there.
Right.
It's a dead set storm. And then you get some of the best exhaust you'll ever have in your life, because it's a living, breathing entity that you're drinking. So yeah, I feel like I'm going back to my days in Austria.
Well, I look forward to that. I have that sort of living, breathing system in the mornings, and is it because you're drinking the bubbles? Is it because I'm not a smart man, Costa, and I think is that all the bubbles from the beer I drank last night trying to get their way back out?
Well, it's more the hops that are
right.
Just sort of the bacteria are busting into it.
I have
breaking it down and creating air.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
pressure.
Yes.
And pressure's a good thing.
Yes.
If you don't fart, you die.
Well, then will live forever. I'm in good shape, Costa. Just asked about 20 tents around my area that all got woken up this morning with my morning salutations. And how are you this year here at Woodford? What do you got planned?
Lots of good stuff. I mean, it's a big year this year. We're actually building the first ever Mudpie. We're having the first ever Woodford Mudpie bake-off.
Oh,
Mudpie kitchen. That's building
exciting.
the Mudpie kitchen. And for those of you that would realise, I mean, the Children's Festival is down there for a reason, because that's at the entry.
Yes.
And it is about recognising that the kids and the Children's Festival is the future. So to recognise that, and I actually want to give a big call out to Becky.
Yes.
Becky has been...
Becky, who has programmed the Children's Festival for 34 years.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, and is stepping down just this year. It's incredible. Yeah.
It is amazing because she actually crystallised a lot of the Woodford idea with Bill before Mulaney. Even that's how long she's been around. So for her to be leaving this year...
Well, Costa, what I found out from Becky, she was on an episode of Radio Woodfordia, is that they started folk festivals in Bundaberg and Maryborough. Now, I grew up in Bundaberg, and I was like, I did not know that sort of shit was going on, because I grew up with a Methodist preacher as a father, and we weren't at the folk festival. And to hear that that is the origins, like Bundaberg and Maryborough, and then they migrated to Mulaney, and then Becky's been involved ever since with the Children's Festival.
And it's really important. Like, you know, we're doing... You know, in the work that I do with Gardening Australia, we're doing Gardening Australia Junior now.
Great.
But the festival, that's a representation of that in those 34 or more years. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. We're actually building it over the next couple of days, and parents and adults can come and help the build. And the idea is that then on New Year's Eve day, we open it for the children to come in. And that's like a gift from the adults to the children to come and play on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and bake off. And, you know, you think about it. You know, you've all baked something in your kitchen of imagination. You know, you've been baked and toasted by your kids as well, if you've got kids.
Yep.
You know that. But, yeah, so I'm really excited about that because it's what the festival is about.
Yeah.
It is about this renewal. It's about
future
regeneration and future generations.
I'm going to pause it for just a second. I love you. You're one of my favourite guests because you do my job for me, but I do know and I feel the energy. And speaking of childlike joy, she's one of my best mates. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Britton! Now, I literally have not seen her. Unbelievable. You have been taken the longest time to get from the airport, but in your defence, has anyone heard of the Bruce fucking Highway? Like, your microphone is in my bag right there, and then we could probably move this out of the way. You sit beside Costa. You go in the middle. Let's just take that to the edge, and just leave it there, and then because I need to get a drink for. And then Nikki needs a drink. How are you, Nikki Britton?
I've got a thirst,
All
Harley
right,
Breen.
you have a bit of a drink. I want to talk you through why the audience, why I chose Nikki Britton as my co-host. Because the podcast, if you haven't listened, please tune in. It's long-form interviews where I've started to call myself a story farmer because I just want to hear the stories of this wonderful festival over the years, and I'm learning stuff every day about the rich people like Becky and everyone in between, the younger people, all of that. And I was thinking, I want to do a live show. I need a co-host. Who am I going to get? And I thought of my sister in comedy, Nikki Britton, because we did a podcast together for 2 years, and sometimes we would do minutes of preparation. So I thought, who better to have here than the absolute superstar? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Britton.
Raise your first wine of the day. Hi, welcome, thank you, welcome. Thanks for welcoming me to where I was supposed to welcome you. What an absolute treat. Please don't let me interrupt your conversation.
Well,
this was inspiring.
It's too late for that.
Okay.
It's all about you now, isn't it, Britton?
I tell you what, I landed at about 6 a.m. and then we were on the highway for about 12 hours.
Yes.
And now, here we are, and we've done it.
Well, you may not know this, because, you know, they talk about, like, the occupancy rates post-COVID of offices in the city. No one's going back into the offices. Well, in Brisbane, that's not the case. They're all working from the Bruce. Like, they are...
Yeah.
They just park up and they pull their laptops out.
That's
and
exactly it. Yeah.
And then men in dual cab utes scream at you. Like, so it's great. I feel safe. It's a good ride. It's good.
They were working on a Saturday, let me tell you. Public holiday and all. They didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, is today public... What day is it, guys?
That's a good question.
Is it? It is Saturday. It is Saturday. Great. I got on the plane, and I think we can all agree that was an enormous achievement for me so far today. Oh my goodness.
So, Costa, back to you. You feel very much like a beating part of the DNA of this festival. Talk us through a bit of your history, why you're here, and what keeps you coming back. Or do you not leave? Do you just do you disappear into the bush?
Into the hills.
And just grow mushrooms from your beard?
You plant yourself, and then the next year you come out blossoming.
As a nice fungi that just blooms. Yeah, there's a lot of space here for me to get lost over 12 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I'd probably pull back a little on, the sense that I haven't been here for the 35 years or anything like that. But Bill approached me, and anyone who knows Bill knows how.
Yeah, you can do that. You can make noise for Bill, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we lift we raise a first wine of the day to Bill.
First wine of the day for Bill is an absolutely. I'll put the beard out and hold the wine up. He'd probably rather it be rum, but it is 1 o'clock. So,
but he's incredibly. So his passion is next level because he gets you in, and he talks to you in a way that. He's so inclusive, and I was busy because I was doing 2 Christmases, so I could never make Woodford because I always was doing Sydney, Melbourne. It was right in that family sweet spot. And then the opportunity came for me to come for the first time. And then that was it. I just suddenly realised that all these people that had been saying to me, "Oh, Woodford, what do you mean you've never been? You should be there. You look like Woodford."
What?
They're not wrong.
What a wonderful thing to say to somebody. And if it's the right person like you, that's a compliment. But you can say that to someone, they're like, "All right, mate, calm down. You look like Woodford." Yes, you do.
So that was it. That was how it happened. And then once I had that first experience, and today I was down the bottom with the kids, and they were all coming in at 8:30, and I said, "Who's been? Who's their first Woodford?" And the kids were putting their hands up, and they were excited. And you think, what a privilege it is to then be able to pass that excitement on, that sort of burner of Bill, for me to be able to sprinkle that flame in children and in other people, and then it just hasn't stopped since. He lit it, and as you can see, I mean, I'm at a catastrophic fire threat at the best of times, and Bill sparked it, and it's been burning since that day.
That's amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And good on you.
So, some people are honeybees, some people are queen bees, but some people build the hive. And Bill has built...
Hasn't he?
One of the most extraordinary hives.
Yeah.
I don't know if the metaphor's a little too mixed.
It's a great way to look at it. It does put him in the position of being queen bee, which is fun.
I guess absolutely. Sure. It's incredible. I have to say that the first time, Costa, that I ever encountered you at a Woodford was 2019.
Oh, yeah.
2019, 2020. And we'd had a lovely time doing some gardening, sowing some seeds and having some chats. I'd seen you do lots of talks. And then at about 2 o'clock in the morning, post-New Year's celebrations, I was a little bit inebriated. And then I went to Bob's bar and I was like, hang on, is that Costa singing the Beatles in Greek in a full silver unitard with a disco ball helmet?
That is such a hard sentence to make up. But that's just normal here.
Best of luck, AI. You're going to write that? Nah.
Yeah, try an AI Woodford.
Original only, baby. That was one of the most exceptional performances I could, to be honest, in retrospect, it could have been COVID. I could have been hallucinating. So you can, if that's...
I can unpack that.
That's your side gig.
That is correct.
Does everybody know that this is Costa's side gig? Oh my gosh.
So good.
Yeah, a couple of years ago we did the Halcyon. I think not last year, the year before. And then we'd done the Bob's Bar as well. And that, to do that after midnight on New Year's night was just unbelievable. The energy in the room, and I mean, I'm not getting all 7 arms on you, the energy, but wow, I could just feel it. And it's one of those privileges. I'm not a full-time muso. You know, we've done it with my friends as a fun band. But I've got this amazing privilege where I've got all these friends and amazing musos behind me, and then there's the crowd in front, and I'm kind of riding this wave in the middle. And that night in Bob's Bar, I was like in this place, you know, sometimes where you see at the beach, you might get the backwash and it comes back and then it hits the wave that's coming in and it goes like that. I was on the top of that, and the vibe in that room was something that still sits in there. Like it was something else. I'll never forget it. It really was.
What a bit of poetry, the way you put that together.
Yeah.
That's excellent. And I see that joy in you too. Everything you do, you lean into it with joy. It's not just about compost for you. It's everything that you touch. You drive at it with a joyful, playful, childlike vision. I really enjoy that about you.
Yeah, I think it's kind of easy as we go along in life. We just get put in these lanes, and you know, you go to school lane, and then you go and study lane, and then you come in early career lane, and then you got career lane, and then family
Then you're in
lane.
the 3 lanes of the
and then-
Bruce Highway. You
Yeah,
can't
3
go
lanes.
for any of them. You're
They're
stuck
all
in
shut
those
down. There's
lanes.
only
You're
one
shut
lane.
down.
There's one lane, yeah.
Someone doesn't know how to merge. Fucking hell, mate.
Get out the way!
Sorry.
Exactly.
Shit road.
Exactly. And so we get pushed down all these roads, all these lanes, and like for me, I just think life's happening. It's happening around us. Really beautiful little moments are happening. And again, this isn't about all 7 hands. Like, it's happening. Like, I'm watching moments unfold here at Woodford. And you know what I've learned? And I've learnt it off you mongrels.
Yes.
Comedians, right?
We are mongrels.
They make no apology in the moment. Like you read, like you're listening and advancing things, and you reply like that. And I've learnt about life that's what we need to do. When you see something, I saw someone walk in there with a bowl, and I was going, "Oh, what's on that?" I could just imagine that, or I go over and I say, "What's on that?" Hello, blah, blah, blah. And then a little while later, I'm standing outside the accordion lesson or the mouth organ lesson, and they came by and said, "Did you buy it?" And I said, "No, I haven't been there yet." But these are interactions, and that's life. And for me, that's what matters. And when I look at Woodford, and then I look at what the world is directing this isolation. Be in not just your lane, but a lane off in a disconnect,
Division,
you know, online. Don't even. You know what I hate? You know what I really hate? You want to whine? I hate that you go to a restaurant now and you interact with some barcode, and then you just get a human if you're lucky. Some restaurants bring it out in a cart, and they just put it there and walk away. And then some other person might come up at the end of the meal and say, "What?" Like, but that's a lane I don't want to see us going down. Yeah. It's about the human connection, and everything about this tech is about pushing people further apart and more into this space where everything's done. So what, we're going to just get everything delivered and everything done? Like, we need to do stuff. And the most important thing we can do is actually look someone in the eyes and talk to them. You know, and so
Agreed.
That's what I love about this place.
Absolutely agreed. I do want to jump in there. Just on a point you made about comedians, we don't apologise about what we do. And speaking of which, there was a comedian recently that on the national broadcaster said some horrible things about you. And I just thought, I'm hoping I'll just play it through this microphone and see if you can all hear it. Here it is.
Did you?
No. No, you couldn't offend me if you tried.
I'll give it a go, mate. No offense, Costa, you look like you live under his bridge.
I'm so sorry if my nan ever found out I
disrespected you. You should roundhouse kick me in the face. I'm so sorry.
I grow good spinach under that bridge.
Worm Alert, is that a band or a Gardening Australia story?
I feel like Worm Alert's a bit Worm Alert, it's got that.
It also feels like what Costa's missus yells out when he's gardening naked.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't hear it, Costa was on Spicks and Specs. He was just there as a guest. He was meant to be welcomed. And there was a comedian, Brett Blake, who was making jokes about your penis. I don't know why you had it out on the television, but interestingly, Brett Blake is one of the comedians here at the Woodford Folk Festival, ladies and gentlemen. So here he is right here. And I thought we would give Costa a right of reply to the wonderful Brett Blake. Here he is. We're going to have to hand him. You can hand him. I can do it.
Go for it.
Hello, I'm the bully. Oh no! Yeah, it was. Well, I was marking. Number one, I was obviously marking around, but it was like what you were saying before, is that people don't know the interaction that we had beforehand and the sense of humour we have. And I posted that online, or something the ABC did, and then I got so many. They were like, "You are bullying Costa." Then every single person who said that, they're like, bullying is bad, and then proceeded to bully me. I was like, you're doing the fucking same thing, you dickheads. But I pulled away at least, you know.
So, Costa, can you guys hear me? Oh, yeah. Costa was just saying that comedians never make apologies. We just drive forward with curiosity and reckless abandon. How do you feel about that? You've got the opportunity to apologise.
I'm not fucking apologising. No. I pulled away from the joke. I was like, oh, that, and then I came back to it. But I didn't really, I thought it was, were you fine with it?
The best.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I knew you had a good sense of humour. And we're also on a TV show. Sorry for trying to make it fucking boring, you know what I mean? What do you want us to do? Like, imagine if I just got up there and went, beautiful hair, the end, you know? You do have beautiful hair, by the way.
That's what it's about. Like, we can't just take everything like on board in a way that we're so precious. And this is a comedy show, like, and you put yourself on there, and it was the funniest thing. I just didn't have a right to reply because I couldn't reply because I was pissing myself. And ran around behind the back of the stage. So I was just there to talk about the idea of the segment was, is this a Gardening Australia story or a band name? Because one of the researchers for the Spicks and Specs saw our Gardening Australia board and saw all the stories on there and said, oh, are they band names? And then she's gone, oh, there's an idea. And then in comes the comedic slash.
It is very funny that Worm Alert would be you in the backyard trying to do gardening.
Yeah, exactly.
That is funny.
That's fast. That's sharp.
Also, technically, it's punching up. I'm poor and you have a TV show. So, dude, I'm swinging up. I wish I was you, man. You may laugh, but I'm fucking living in that. You know what I mean? Shit's gone downhill.
I treat my comedians very well. That is Bretty's accommodation. Well, I did say on that post that you put up, Bretty, that you two were going to be at Woodford and that I would facilitate a moment for you two to be on stage. And look at the love-in that you're having. You've really disappointed.
I love Gardening Australia. I used to watch it. That's why I said my nan was going to kick me in the head, because me and Nan watch it all together all the time. It's a beautiful moment, but I have to fucking take you down because I need to make dinner somehow. You know what I mean? I got bills to pay.
And I don't know if you can tell by Bretty's attire and accent, his nan would kick him in the head. That's cultural for Bretty.
Yeah, she'll jump a dirt bike and then mid-air kick me in the head, you know? Yeah, she's got a different vibe to a lot of you. And
I want to say this. We are steaming towards our musical act. Bretty is here for the very first time at the Woodford Folk Festival. Yeah. He's doing his solo show. Yes, very exciting. He's doing a solo show on the 30th of December at 2:40 at the Parlour. Now, 2:40 in the afternoon, that is. Now, I don't know if you've picked up by Brett, but that's a bad time for him. But it's when he's on. That show was nominated for the biggest comedy award in Australia at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Go and get in amongst that.
It's a beautiful show. I read about my mum because I nearly went to jail when I was 16 and she saved me. So make sure you come check it out. It's really nice. If you're a mum, you'll love it. If you're a little turd, you'll fucking love it as well.
And the show's called Little Turd. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Blake! Oh, it's so nice. Love you. Righto, get in the cart and go to bed. Okay, listen, this has been, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I love you,
sweating.
Nikki. Of course you are,
ran.
sister. You ran down the Bruce. You got here quicker.
I can't take this jacket off because I stink.
I'm really appreciative of everyone that's turned up today. Genuinely, this is our very first live show of a very new podcast. I'm very appreciative of the couple that have been playing Scrabble the whole time. Besides... I think that's excellent, and that's Woodford, and good on you. And I also absolutely love our next guest. And Nikki, you need to go and see her because you've got to take her your microphone because we don't have enough microphones for everybody.
I thought you meant I was going to see her show, and I was like, without a doubt.
You need to walk all the way down the other end here. It's almost
never
like...
off my feet, am I? Here we go.
We
today.
put on a show in a venue that's never had a live show
Here
before,
she
but
is.
fuck, we've had a good time. Our musical guest, ladies and gentlemen, is Jen Wynter. She is also a part of the comedy program. She's on in the comedy club tonight. She's got a solo show as well. She's also at the Children's Festival. She's flat out and she stepped into this spot as well. Jenny, what do you got for us?
Amazing. Well, I've been paying very close attention to this entire podcast because that's what I do. I fight against the ADHD. But I would like to try to encapsulate today's episode in musical form. So here we go. Oh, well, it's the first wine of the day. In fact, it's the first one of the day of the week. Oh, I'm gonna try and summarize its wisdom, assuming that there was wisdom here to seek. Well, Harley, he built himself a vehicle. Well, it's got trapdoors and lots of whiz-bang stuff. Oh, and if Harley gets a gripe, then Harley gets a pipe. It all begins with taking off a nut. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Is she here yet? Oh. Well, Costa, yeah, he's a Woodford icon. But barcodes make him feel a swirling strum inside. Oh yeah, though you think it weird, he grows mushrooms in his bed. I guess you could say he's a really fun guy. Please don't applaud that. That's a terrible, terrible part, and I feel shame. I feel deep shame right now. Holy shit, Nikki is finally here. Holy shit, let's yell hip hooray. Oh, let's all raise a glass for Bill, he was a class. But we agree, let's fuck you, Bruce Highway. Well, yeah, Harley, he has a million kids. And you know that he loves them, yeah, and stuff. But oh, Harley, don't you know, if you don't want that kid to grow, then it can start with taking off a nut. Beautiful hair, done. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jen Wynter! What a treat, what a joy. I'll have you know, Jenny has one more child than I do, but I have appreciated you all being here. Please come back every day and see how the chaos unfolds. I'm sure it'll change each time we do it. In the meantime, a big round of applause for our main guest, Costa! My co-host, she made it. It's Nikki Britton! Thank you very much for having us on Radio Woodfordia. Goodbye.
There you go. How much fun! I wish I was there. And if you wish you were there, you know, why don't you forward plan? Because we're going to do it again at 26, 27. There's nothing like a live podcast, and we've got 5 more of those to come. We learn on the fly, and it doesn't matter because we've got 500 years to get it right.